breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Kirk Cousins leading the charge offensively. To throw is Martin. To throw on second down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Martin from the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ford. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10, Martin. And this one's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second down now after the incompletion. Martin now, gonna throw again. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Martin from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Martin on first down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Martin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Kirk Cousins with 1 touchdown pass thus far.
So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Midway through the first quarter, Smith's found on the quick pass and catch, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown as they take the lead 7-3. Now midway through the second, on the run, there goes Christian McCaffrey, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone. The Panthers up by 2 touchdowns. Panthers come out on 3rd and 4. Broken coverage here on the pass play. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 12-yard line. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get you back up to Cleveland as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Come on, let's go.
Play fake. Kaiser. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll try and run with their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Here we go.
To throw is Kaiser. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Kaiser now. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's caught by Smith. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
To throw is Martin. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. Martin. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Back to throw. Martin. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And this one is no good. He missed it. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Kirk Cousins, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll throw here, Kaiser, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to throw. Martin caught. It's Huff. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Pistol, McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Martin, off play action. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Martin now throwing after the interception. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. This is McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Let's go.
Now Martin from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And Olsen over the middle. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K1 Short in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
First down, Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
8 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Play clock winding down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Strong left. All right, here we go.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes Deshaun Kaiser and the Browns offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go. What?
Second down, Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Kaiser to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go.
On second down, Kaiser again. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs.
Hey, let's go.
They'll throw again. Kaiser. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, Kaiser. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ricardo Lewis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green,
A
39.
lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Panthers, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.